dash cams. Again, this right here is the VanTrue N4 Pro that I've been running for about the last year, maybe a little over a year. And this right here is the VanTrue N4 Pro S, the brand new version that I've been running for a little over a month. Now, they are both 4K dash cams, both 3 channels. So we have one camera facing forward, one into the cab, and one out the back. And both do have Sony Starvis 2 sensors in them. So what makes the S, and is it worth it for you to get the S, or could the Pro do just as good for you? And that's what we're gonna figure out today. Now we're gonna start with that front camera. The front camera is almost identical between the Pro and the Pro S. They're both using that Sony Starvis 2 sensor, the IMX678. So the very best of the 3 cameras is going to be up front on both cameras, and we're getting plate pix technology out of both of them in HDR. So the front cameras, whether you have the Pro or the Pro S, almost identical. This interior camera though, that is where the S takes an advantage. Now, on the Pro, we have a 4K front camera and then a 1080 interior cab camera. We still have a 1080 camera on the Pro S, but now it has a Sony Starvis 2 sensor in there, which is now the IMX662. So the interior camera on the S is going to be better in low light. It's going to be better during the day. All around, it's just going to look better. Now, it is still 1080, but boy, when you put them side by side, like, you can see the jump of putting that Sony Starvis 2 sensor in there. Pretty much all dash cams now, I've kind of set like a minimum bar, like the front camera especially, has to have the Sony Starvis 2 sensor. It's top of the line sensor technology. It is what is going to look the best, especially in low light situations. And inside your car, you want that. If someone's gonna break into your car and you have a camera right here, you wanna be able to see them. This is what it would look like if a burglar was trying to break into the car at night. Ooh, I'm a burglar. Which camera looks better? So both the same front-facing camera. The interior cabin camera gets a massive upgrade on the S, but it's the rear camera. This whole video, it's really about the rear. Now, the rear camera, this is kind of where the magic in this upgrade has happened. The rear camera has had a massive upgrade. We went from 1080 to now having 2.5K on the Pro S, but we also went to the Sony Starvis 2 sensor in there. It's the IMX675 sensor in this camera now, and camera is waterproof. Now, why that's important is that now I can mount this camera on the outside of my van down by the license plate. With the Pro, I have it mounted inside the van. Now I have very heavily tinted windows, and my windows are very high up. So the angle of my camera is not great on the Pro, and it's inside through tinted glass. So at night, I'm essentially putting sunglasses on my camera even at night, and that is not ideal. Now with this guy, 2.5K, Sony Starvis 2 675 in there, and plate pix technology. So seeing license plates, the angle is better for seeing license plates. Not being tinted is better for seeing license plates. And again, it being waterproof means that it's on the outside. So if you do have something like a truck or something like a pickup truck, instead of having to mount your rear camera inside the cab, you can run it all the way back and put this camera down by your license plate it's where you actually want a rear view camera. So the front cameras from the Pro to the Pro S, almost identical. The interior cabin camera, a huge upgrade on the S, and the rear camera, a massive upgrade. Like, this is probably the biggest upgrade, but there are a couple more things that are very well worth noting. So in a lot of ways, like, these cameras are both really good dash cams. Like, they kind of knocked it out of the park with the Pro. I have really enjoyed the Pro. The biggest thing that I've always struggled with the Pro, mainly because of my setup, is that my rear windows are so dark that rear camera, also not having a Sony Starvis 2 sensor, it just didn't do well at night. Like, during the day, I can definitely see most things. I think when you look at this rear camera versus this rear camera, like, license plates are so much clearer. The plate pix technology on this guy, it is incredibly easy now on the S to see license plates from my rear view camera, whereas on the Pro, it was just a little tougher. Again, I was going through a tinted window, it was up high, so it's just pretty hard to see license plates. But both cameras have 5 GHz Wi-Fi, so you can control them both from your phone, review footage from your phone. They both have voice control and they both have parking modes. The parking modes are killer because I can set things like collision detection. That's how mine is set, where essentially in parking mode, it's not recording constantly, but if somebody bumps my car and this thing feels a little bit of a jostle, it'll start recording. So I really do enjoy that. Now this guy has one more big trick up its sleeve, and that it is now compatible with VanTrue's new 4G LTE module. So the module is sold separately, and I didn't get one, but I want one because what the 4G LTE module allows you to do with this camera is remote view it from my phone. So that means that I can be getting notifications on my phone for when something's happening to my van out in the parking lot. So if somebody does bump into my van, I get a notification, hey, somebody hit your van. I can pull it up, I can see the video clip and be like, oh my gosh, I gotta get out of the parking lot before this guy takes off on me. The LTE module, it does cost extra, and there is a subscription service because again, it's LTE, it's working on cell networks. Okay, so how do you decide between these two cameras? I would say that if you are somebody who's mostly interested in that like front-facing camera, the rear camera you're not as interested in, like it's okay that it's 1080, it's okay that it doesn't have a Starvis 2 sensor, then I would say like this is a great camera, like super impressive. I've been using it for over a year, it's been awesome. But if having a rear camera that you can mount outside your vehicle, if you have a pickup truck, this is like a no-brainer. You for sure want to go this route. But having a camera that you can mount outside your vehicle is a huge upgrade on this. The 2.5K sensor in the back, the Starvis 2 sensor in the back, huge upgrade. The interior cabin sensor also having Starvis 2, huge upgrade. Just kind of all around, like this is an upgrade to this system. Yeah, you could save a few bucks by going for this guy. My recommendation in all dash cams is like just get the best one that you can afford, because dude, when Morgan did have her accident and we didn't have a dash cam, oh, that sucked.